we didn't ever had a mission statement on the wall, but it was all, we could not stand doing things poorly. My name is Bo Scott, and I'm one of the founding members of H. Watt & Scott Contracting Company.
My name is Glenn Watts. I'm one of the founding members of H. Watt & Scott.
When I think back, every project, we were rarely working for someone who, we thought these guys are top notch, we're always kind of saying we could do it better. And I think it was, the opportunity really came with the economic crash in the early 80s in Alaska.
We didn't have a lot of money, but we didn't need a lot of money, and it was cheapest to not get an office and spend money, so we'd go up there and connive and try and figure out what jobs we could get and how to do that.
We had our office was in the basement of a house up on the hillside. We were all scratching away and saved all our money and tried to keep going, and mostly built our reputation over time. I think by around 1990, we were pretty well established with some of the property management firms in town, and some word of mouth.
So I think we kind of got where the jobs we went after are the ones that it was going to be a team atmosphere.
When I think back about it, we spent a lot of time together as a team well before we started H. Watt & Scott. And one of the things that we always talked about was these people that we're working for weren't always that interested in what they were building necessarily. They may be groups that were looking at the profits on the job or whatever, but it was often frustrating even as a worker to be out and see that no one really much cared about the finished product as long as it got done. And so I think that's the seeds of our company was, the founding of the company was originally a little bit of a we can do it better type attitude, and I don't know, we just wanted the challenge of doing things correctly. And one of the interesting parts too is that we never had any business background. We had construction background. All of us had started with a shovel in our hand essentially, and come up through different disciplines like concrete or things, but we really didn't have anybody with a big business background that was going to form this company. We said, we're going to go build things and build them right, take pride in our work. The absolute beauty of the whole thing with Tim is he's fully committed to continuing the same mission statement and preserving the history.
The one thing about it is Tim fit in with us where he was a good friend. It was just a pleasant experience.